PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the Fedex Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. Lovely effort that. Playing this shot from about 210 yards out. Opting for the 5-wood.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
Didn't quite have the distance to get there, but left themselves in a good spot.
Yeah, it's about 14 feet to the hole. Was on a good line. A par putt awaits. Looking good. Well hold.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
He finds himself in a share of 11th. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Looks like this one's going to the beach. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. Yeah, magical shot out of the bunker, that one. Okay, let's get back to the action. Getting ready to play their third. Time now for the fourth shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. top shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner. But the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, two-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players. And that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Not the result they were after there.
Airmailed the green with that approach.
This is Brooke Henderson. Super shot that. Oh, here she goes, marching up the leaderboard. Even for the day, in a share of 10th position. How close was that to going down? And he needs this to save par. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
That's an awful error. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good. Yeah, that was great wind management there.
This putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard. And that's a master stroke. It not only improves their position in the field, but they're now ahead of their rival. Currently 1 under for the round. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
opting for the 5-iron. This putt is for a share of second. That's disappointing. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. That was a gallant attempt. Putting now for a bogey. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Okay, let's head to the next. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And as we check the standings, Lexi Thompson currently holds top spot. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
And here we are with the third shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Judging it beautifully.
An opportunity to make their par.
And this putt to tie Brooke Henderson.
And one of America's finest, Lexi Thompson, currently leads this tournament. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Choosing the 9-iron here. That's just inside the range.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
Here's Brooke Henderson. Let's return to live play now. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
They've got this putt to pull ahead of Brooke Henderson. This rivalry could get interesting here.
That's the right pace. This should drop. That's one of those putts that you're proud of at the end of a round. They all add up. And he'll move into the top 10. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
And from the bunker here. Got some good distance on that one. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Straight out of the top draw.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And that's a good make in the end. Certainly helped them fight back from a difficult position.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
Rich, good position for this player. Just 3 back with 9 to play. Do you sense them making a charge?
Yes, but 3 back with 9 to go, they're going to have to start taking chances. They're going to have to start firing at every flagstick they can see.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Getting ready to play their third. 3 shots off the lead. Ooh, that almost went down. And this putt coming up for his par. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
That is a delightful bunker shot, Beamer. And after that effort, that's how it looks. And it's Lexi Thompson on top of the standings here. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
And here we are with the third shot. Just 3 back from the leader. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Looking really good, this one. Oh, so close. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par fours, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That's a pretty handy shot. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. What's in front of them, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Okay, time to return to the action. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. This is on a great line.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. I will take that also into the top 5 now. Trailing by a couple of strokes now.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Outstanding approach shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. Opting for the 9-iron. Oh my, right by the hole. And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that will drop in for a birdie. And that will take him to 2 under. After that hole, this player is second in the standings, behind Lexi Thompson.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2-hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Terrific shot, and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
Nice line.
Well, that'll play. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. And with that hole behind them, this player is currently tied for first with Lexi Thompson.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Well struck. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Nicely done. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Well, that's a bit disappointing. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, well played. Aren't you an expert in the bunker? Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Going with the 8-iron here. Ooh, back there, horsey. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Big chance here. Oh, that's a bad break there, Rich. Just probably a little bit too much pace. Easy par, that. Moving right along, they're currently tied for first in the standings, alongside Lexi Thompson. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Sitting at 3 under par in a share of the lead. And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
Yeah, that was a safe play.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
This is Brooke Henderson. Wow, from a dodgy lie, Rich. How special was that?
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Just didn't drop. No, that's too bad. It's just about 3 feet away. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
Tee shot is looking good here. And he's down there.
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
Is that what they had in mind?
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
A chance to chip in here and snatch the title. Oh, so close, Rich. That chip almost went down for them.
How did that stay out, Luke? That chip looked good the entire way. But the next step for this player is to sink this putt to force the playoff.
Oh, how about that, Rich? Do you want me to go fill up your cup? Looks like we're going to extra holes.
What a grind this last few holes were for this player. They got it done. Late charge up the leaderboard. Love to see it. Heading to a playoff.
Well, Rich, it's time to find out who will win this in a sudden death playoff.
Oh, everybody loves a playoff, Luke. I'm excited about this.
Well, it's going to take sudden death to decide this title. Let's go, Rich.
Luke, I'm ready. Let's go. What a gargantuan tee shot.
Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely take dead aim.
Going with the hybrid. This one's headed towards the rough. Wonderfully played. And they've got this putt to win the Genesis Invitational. Oh, I like the look of this. Oh, just missed. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. This truly is do or... And the pressure builds. That forces this playoff to another hole. Let's head to the 10th hole now to see if we can decide this playoff. We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
Look, this player has not played this hole as well as their opponent. It'll be interesting to see if they can conjure up something special in this playoff. That one was fired out of a cannon.
Yeah, well, it might not be on the green, but it's right up near the surface.
Nearly finding the dance floor there, Luke, off the tee. Great stuff.
Oh, what a time to chip one in here to win the event. Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Such soft hands.
Now lining up this opportunity to close out the Genesis Invitational. Well, a spectacular week comes to a close. Congratulations to the Genesis Invitational winner, Riviera, the home of your champion.
It was a Hollywood ending for this winner. What a performance all week long.
Well, that's it, Rich. This tournament has been run and won.
Getting it done on the second playoff hole. What a great win for this player.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
you.